What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Happy Valentine's Day. It's not Valentine's Day today, but it will be when you watch this. So happy Valentine's Day. Hope you guys had a great one. Today we are going to be doing a Shop My Stash. I'm going to go through the makeup that I've been using for the last couple of weeks, give you some thoughts about them, and then we're going to go through my collection, pick out new makeup for the next couple of weeks. But the new makeup we pick out is going to be Valentine's Day themed, pink, red, white things. I'm pretty excited about it. I like fun stuff. And this week's makeup, was there a theme? Oh, this is stuff that Ramsey picked out. Oh no. Listen, I get what she was trying to do. Let's jump into this. Everything is kind of mixed up here, so this is gonna be fun to go through. And I am wearing everything on my face today, in case you were curious. It wasn't bad. I want to preface it by saying it wasn't a bad round. It just could have been better. Let's start with brows. The Urban Decay Brow Blade. I like the pencil in this, but it's not quite the right shade for me, because this is in the shade Cafe Kitty, and it's just a little, like, too light. I need something a little bit darker than that, but I can make it work. That's not a big deal. It's fine. I hate the ink stain. Like, nothing. It's so light. And, like, that's big strokes. If you do, like, the little tiny strokes that you would have to do for your brows, it's just so light. Drives me crazy. So I like the concept of a product like this, but I don't like this one. And I'm going to keep using it because I want to use the pencil. But again, I probably wouldn't repurchase this in the future just because it's not the greatest. Not what I need. She had also picked out the Complex Culture Full Out Brow Gel. This is a tinted volumizing brow gel in deep brunette. This was pretty good. It worked well. And it was easy to use, and I like tinted gels, and this is really what saved the day because this was able to add color where the Urban Decay Brow Blade wasn't able to add color, so that worked out pretty nicely. I was using, she had picked out the Lilah B eye primer, and I had said I didn't know if I was going to be able to use it or not because it looked like it had oxidized. It has. That is 5 shades darker than my skin tone, so I really can't use that as an eye primer. I'm going to go ahead and toss that because that has obviously gone bad. So I just pulled in the AOA Studio Perfect Eyeshadow Primer. This is okay. I really liked it when I first used it, and the formula is just so dry that as I'm starting to use more and more of it, because I don't know if you guys can see, but there is a decent amount that I've used up of this, the dryness of the formula really comes through and it just becomes more difficult to work with. And I don't love it. For face makeup, so the Ordinary High-Spreadability Fluid Primer. You guys see how much I've used of this in 2 weeks? It's sad. Like, what? And I knew I was using too much, but the issue is it's so thick, and then you've got this dropper, and the dropper doesn't work. So I was literally just putting it in and then rubbing this on my face, and it's just difficult to work with. I have 2 of these. I like the primer itself. I will finish them up. But I don't like the packaging of this, and I feel like it really makes the primer difficult to work with, and then I end up using too much. And because this is more of a silicone-y primer, using too much is detrimental, and so I don't love whatever they were doing there. For foundation, it was the Morphe Filter Effect Soft Focus Foundation. This one is in medium 10. This is one of those products that I'm so torn on. It's like a medium. It's like a medium-ish coverage, and it looks nice on the skin, but there's just something about it that I don't like. And the pump sucks, but that's not what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know. You ever just when you put on a foundation that really works for you and you're just yes, this is it. I love this foundation. It's so close to that, but it didn't quite get there. It is a good foundation. There's just something holding me back from really liking it, and I don't know what it is. So this is one of those things that I'm gonna have to keep wearing and playing with because I don't know how I feel about it yet. Also, Ramsey had picked out the Creme Shop full cover story concealer, whatever that was. That concealer was terrible. It clung to all of my dry patches and it broke up almost instantly. So blending it out, it was breaking up, and it just looked terrible. It looked terrible. I used it for 3 or 4 days and I was I can't do this anymore. So I just brought in one of my Morphe Fluidity ones. I've always really liked this concealer, but this one's starting to run out. so it's getting a little bit more difficult to work with. I'm gonna have to take the stopper out soon. But these are good concealers. The Creme Shop one I did not like, not at all. For cream products, Ramsey had picked out the Glossier Solar Paint in Ray. I had used this once prior to her picking it out. And the first time I used it, I loved it. And I was like, this is crazy. Why does no one like this? This is great. I get it. There were a lot of blending issues. This does not blend out the easiest. And also, it almost has like a slight shimmer to it, which is fine. I don't mind that. But it does not blend out the easiest. I love this applicator for doing a nose contour because it's just so easy. But beyond that, it's not the greatest to work with. It's just difficult. And it's a little bit more difficult than it's worth. I am going to hang on to it, and I am going to put it into a different round and try it again. And if I still feel the same way, because my whole point this round was to try to make it work, and I think that I did, but I don't know if it's just because I've only been using this for 2 weeks, so now this is just what I'm used to, and this is, you know, I want to try other things and then try this again and see if I really do just not like it. So right now my thoughts about this are up in the air. My Nude Sticks Nudies matte in Beach Babe. We are making progress. This is what it looks like now. Trying to use this up, so this again will be going into the next Shop My Stash round because I'm just trying to finish it off. And then Ramsey had picked out these Suva Beauty Trust Fund Liquid Chrome Illuminating Drops. Again, this is another one of those products that has a dropper, and the dropper just like doesn't work. So you just have to like, I don't like that. I don't understand why companies keep putting things in droppers that are too thick for droppers. Like anything over a serum consistency, it isn't gonna work. So I don't like that, but I love these drops. They are beautiful. Such a gorgeous shimmer. I love those. Okay, she had picked out the Creme Shop Brightening Banana. It's a little dark for like a banana powder. Like it's, and I mean like I was using it. I did use it today and everything, and it's fine. It works okay. It is just a little darker than I feel like it should be. I'm gonna keep it because I do enjoy it, but it's very dark, and that was weird to me because I wasn't expecting that. For powder products, the Tarte Shape Tape Pressed Powder, again, lots of hard pan, but I really do like this powder. It's beautiful, and this was able to correct a lot of the issues that the foundation and the concealer were giving me. Like this just kind of made it all blend a little seamlessly, so I did really like that. And then for bronzer, the Item Beauty Item Cheek Money Mood Vibe Swipe and Glow Bronzer Contour Duo. The name is so unnecessarily long. My pan got a little bit bigger, which is nice. I love this contour. It's so pretty on the skin, and it blends so nicely. This is one of like my favorites. I always get these random bronzers from Ipsy, but they always work like really well. So I do still highly recommend this one. For blush, I was using the Smashbox LA Lights palette. I have not used this in so long, and honestly, I forgot how much I really do like it. So I literally would just mix different shades of blush and then make kind of a custom shade. So today I think it's, I honestly don't even remember. I would just, it would just be a random mix. But I really do like this palette. You can't get it anymore, unfortunately. But I know that they do like different face palettes periodically. And I've tried several of them in the past, and they've all been pretty good. So keep your eye out for those. And then for highlight, it was the Kaleidos Ray Writer, the Space Age Highlight in Ray Writer. They're so pretty. They're so pretty, you guys. I finally broke down and purchased the whole collection of highlighters from Black Friday, and they are all just so stunning. I love them. I love them. So I highly, if you have not tried these, it's such a good product. Such a good product. For face setting spray, this is a Milani Make It Last, the XL. I've loved this setting spray for years, and I ended up buying like the big size. Still recommend it. It's still a good setting spray. For eyeliners, I had the Milk Makeup Longwear Gel Eyeliner in Biz, and I ended up finishing that. So that is gone now. Love it. And then I had the Pixi Endless Silky Eye Pen in Black Caviar. This one, I hadn't used this one before, and this is actually really nice. I don't know, I wouldn't call that like a black shade. It's like a dark purple, like a dark purpley brown, but it's still like a really nice shade, and I did really like it. Okay, this is the Juvia's Place I define liquid liner in black. Oh, I hated this. It got to the point where I just stopped using liquid liner because I was like, I can't stand that. The brush, a flat brush, right? And so you can use it in either direction. But it's so thick and it's just impossible to get like a good opaque line. It's much easier there. But like any type of texture on my eyelid, and it would skip, and it would just, oh, it was such a nightmare to work with. The formula and the consistency is too wet, and it doesn't dry down very quickly, so then I have to sit there and I have to fan myself, and I just didn't enjoy this. This I am going to go ahead and toss, because I didn't enjoy it that much. It was just so difficult to work with, and I feel like with these handle eyeliners, right, there's a lot of really good ones out there, and this one, the brush mixed with the formula mixed with the handle of this, they all kind of work together to make something that I don't like. So this I'm gonna pass along because that wasn't good. It wasn't good for me. But I've never really been like a huge fan of this type of liquid eyeliner. I like the pen ones more. So that's just me. If you like it, I'm super glad. I just don't. For lip products, we're still doing Apocalypse. It's going great. And then she had also picked out the Jaclyn Shimmer Top Coat in Icicle. I only used this once and I wanted to use it more. It was okay. It's like super pretty, but it just didn't go along with the palettes that I had this round. So like I didn't get a whole lot of use out of it, but it was pretty. Mascara, I brought in the Bite Beauty Upswing Full Volume Mascara. This is a new mascara, okay? I got this during Black Friday, I think. And I just opened it, and it's like, the brush is so big that it ends up being like very thick formula. And I like what it does to my lashes, kind of, but I also don't. So I don't know how I feel about that one. Okay, palettes. The Too Faced Clover palette. I used this a few times, but I definitely used the other palette more this round. So pretty. I mean, you guys, this was on my wish list for so long, so I'm still loving it. And then I use the Glam Light Ice Cream Dream. This palette is getting kind of beat up over here, but it's such a beautiful palette, and this is what I used most often in this round because there's just so many different things you can do with it, and I love this palette. I will say I did have more issues this time with the matte shades. This mango shade, the green tea, and the mint chocolate, I had a little bit more of a hard time working with them, but a little finagling, and like they work okay. But I thought that was weird because one of the things that I always really liked about this palette is the fact that the mattes were actually like really good quality and they worked really well, and they kind of were a little bit patchy this time. So next time I use it, I'm gonna have to pay attention to that and try to figure out what's going on. Okay, so those are my thoughts on the makeup that I've been using. Let's go pick out some Valentine's Day makeup. Okay, I'm going to start with my new makeup drawer, and I have, oh my god, it's all the way at the bottom here, the ABH Norvina collection. This is volume 4. I picked this up during Black Friday and I have not used it yet, but this is what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and pull in this palette from the newbie drawer because I think this is so cute for Valentine's Day, but it also opens up the possibilities of doing something more than just pink looks. So I'm gonna grab this one. I also have a couple of new things up top here. This is the Smashbox Full Coverage Studio 24-Hour Foundation. I think I might grab this foundation too. This is new. I have not used it yet, but I've been wanting to try it, so I think I might pull this in too. For face palettes, I am going to pull something out of the drawer this time because we have not pulled something out of the drawer in a while. And I'm going to go with pink. This is the Wander Beauty Trip for Two Blush and Bronzer Duo. They are powder blush and bronzers. This palette is one of my favorites. Like, the formula of both of these are so good. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this in and try to get some use out of this for this upcoming round. For primer, we need something pink. And I think I'm going to go with this because I have not used this in a while. This is the Touch in Soul Pretty Filter Icy Sherbet Primer. I've had this for a while. I have not used it in a while. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one out for this round. I am skipping foundation since I already picked one out. For concealer, I think I'm going to do a twofer. I think I'm going to get the Too Faced Peach Corrector. And then I also think I'm going to do the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I've used the NYX a couple times. I actually really like that. I have not used this Too Faced one yet, but they're both pink, so it works. For cream bronzer, I don't have anything pink. This is the closest to pink that I have. And this is the Fenty Matchsticks in Amber. So that'll work for a cream contour. And this is just, you know, closest to the pink packaging, so that'll have to do. But then for cream highlight, but I do have this, and I feel like this is going to be the closest. This is the Huda Beauty Nymph. So I will pull this in for this round because it kind of fits. Okay, for loose powder, I want to say this. Oh, no. I have the Glossier Wowder. This is pink, so that's perfect. Okay, for pressed powder, the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. This is, I think, the old one because I want to say, like, this is the new one. So I'm going to pull out the old one, though, because I feel like it's almost pinker. And I know that mine's, like, it comes out, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one in for this round. I'm trying to figure out if I want to pull anything out of here. Should I do, like, a highlight? Because I've got a couple that are pink. Like, I've got this Too Faced. This is the Diamond Fire. It's so pretty, but I don't think it's going to go well with the cream highlight that I have. But this one, this is a Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Glow. This one might. I also have this Kaleidos Mars Melter Space Age highlight, but that's like pink. I think I'm going to go with this Natasha Denona one. And then that gives me a brush bronzer and highlight, so I'm going to pause there with the face products. So I only need one other eyeshadow palette because I have one picked out. And I've got a couple of different, like, pink options that I could do. I think I'm going to go with the ColourPop Blush Crush. This is so pretty. And it's very kind of like mauve blushy pinks, which I think would complement the ABH Norvita palette really well. Okay, so now for eye primers, I think I'm going to pull out this one. This is the CoverGirl Creamy Eyeshadow Stick. But it's like that white pearl shade. I don't know how well it's going to work as an eye primer, but we're going to find out. And then for brows, I have the Too Faced Pomade and a Pencil Brow Shaper. And then I think I'm going to pull in the Anastasia Beverly Hills Pro Pencil. So it's not exactly like pinky, but this is pinky, so it works. Alright, I'm kind of concerned about liners. Okay, well, so right off the top, I have the Too Faced Killer Liner, which is a new liner, but I love it. And then, ooh, I think I'm going to go with this one. This is the Tint Beauty Haze Smoky Eye Pencil. I got this from either a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy, and it's actually really pretty, so I'm going to pull that out. And then I have a couple of pink, like, liquid liners. I think I'm going to go with this one. This is the Jellies Beauty. That's literally all it says. But it's like a dual-ended liner, and I think one of them is, my god, that's big. One of them is a stamp. And I actually just heard about a different way to apply the stamp liners, so I've been wanting to try that. So we'll pull those out. And I think I'm going to pull out this Stila Rose Gold Retro shimmer from the Fun Drawer because this is just a beautiful, beautiful shade. I also, oh my god, I also need a setting spray, so I'm going to pull in the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. I'm pretty excited about this round because everything is pink and pretty, and I really do like Valentine's looks and pink eyeshadow looks and things like that. So here's hoping it goes pretty well. It'll be interesting because some of this makeup I've never used before, some I haven't used in a very long time, some I've only used like once or twice. Literally the only theme is the packaging is pink, so it'll be a good time. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the bigger subscribe button below me if you'd like to see more of me. Let me know down below what kind of makeup you guys are doing for Valentine's Day and the rest of February, and I will catch you next time. Have a great one. Bye.